Well, good morning, boys and girls, to Storytime at Sycamore. We are going to learn another new story today called the Tower of Babel. It's taken from Genesis chapter 11, which is the first book in the Bible. It was a long time after the great flood. There were more people on earth than ever before. They were like a big family. They all spoke the same language. The people went east to the land of Babylon. They had an idea. Let's make a city here. In the city, we will build a tower that will go up to heaven. We will do it all by ourselves. The people used bricks and tar. Every day their tower grew taller and taller. Now, the term Babylon, the word, refers to the ancient city, which was located in the country called Iraq. The name of the city means the gateway of the gods. God came down to see the city and the tower the people were building. It was a grand tower, but something was wrong. The people were working only for themselves. God had to show them that they would always need his help to succeed. So God gave every person a different language. Now, instead of one word, there would be hundreds of different ways to say the same thing. No one could understand anyone else. The people could not work together anymore. They stopped building the city. The big family split apart, and the people settled in different parts of the earth. The half-built tower stood alone on the empty land. It became known as the Tower of Babel. Babylon was the place where God mixed up the language of the people of the earth. Now, the Tower of Babel, the definition here states that the word Babel comes from the Hebrew word for confused. In English, babble means to talk too much or to make meaningless sound. Now, the lesson I'd like you to learn today, boys and girls, from the story of the Tower of Babel is that we need God's love and God's grace to do anything good. The big sin that these people had was what's called the sin of pride. In other words, that they're the center of the universe, they're all that, nobody else really matters but me, myself, and I. And God is not pleased with that, because if that's the case, everybody ends up being selfish and not sharing with other people. So, for example, if you're at lunch today and you have just one hamburger left and your sister and or your brother want it, and you're thinking, you know what, I'm going to have that and I'm not going to let them have that hamburger. What could you do rather than being selfish and prideful? You could either split that hamburger in half or give that hamburger to them. Rather than being selfish, be somebody who shares. So this story is a good example of the sin of pride. In other words, you think that you're awesome and nobody else is, and that you're you're all that in a bag of chips, as some people say. In other words, that each one of us needs to be humble or show humility and care for other people rather than just look out for ourselves. And so that's a lesson that I wanted you guys to learn today concerning the Tower of Babel. Thank you so much, and look forward to seeing you tomorrow for another story.